In the quiet stillness of an ordinary day, an unexpected event lurked in the shadows, ready to unfold. Unbeknownst to Irene, a young woman known for her infectious laughter and radiant charm, the day would take a turn that would change her life forever. It was a day like any other. Irene, engrossed in her work, had her phone switched to silent mode. Little did she know that in the silence of her device, a desperate plea for connection was being missed. Thrice, her phone buzzed silently, the screen lighting up with the word "Mom." But Irene, oblivious to the urgency hidden behind these calls, continued with her day, her attention held captive by the demands of her job. The silent calls left unanswered, a connection lost in the void. Time passed, and the bustling day slowly morphed into a tranquil evening. It was then that Irene, finally free from her work, glanced at her phone. 3 missed calls, all from her mother. A wave of guilt washed over her. She quickly dialed her mother's number, hoping to explain her silence. But it was too late. The voice on the other end of the line wasn't her mother's. It was a stranger, a voice filled with sorrow, bearing the tragic news. Irene's mother had been involved in a fatal road accident. Shock, disbelief, denial. The words echoed in her mind, each syllable a harsh blow. She couldn't accept it, not until she saw it with her own eyes. She rushed to the mortuary, her heart pounding with a dread she couldn't shake off. There she was. Her mother, still and silent. The reality hit her like a punch to the gut. She cried, her tears falling on the cold floor of the mortuary, her sobs echoing in the hollow silence. But her tears couldn't change the reality. Her mother was gone. Her mind raced back to their last moment together. A casual goodbye, a promise to call later, a smile that was now etched in her memory. The mundane had suddenly become precious. The ordinary had become extraordinary. The tragic climax of the day left Irene in shambles. From the missed calls to the silent goodbye, every moment played in her mind like a haunting melody. She was left with a void, a silence that was louder than words. As the days turned into weeks, the impact of the event on Irene was profound. She carried the guilt of her silence, the weight of her missed calls. But life, as it does, moved on. In the end, Irene was left with memories and a lesson learnt the hard way. The silent mode on her phone was a reminder of the silence that had cost her dearly. It was a reminder that life is fleeting, that every call is a chance for connection, and that silence can sometimes be the loudest goodbye. In the grand scheme of life, it was a day, a tragic day, that changed one life forever. It's a tale of missed calls, of goodbyes left unsaid, of silence that speaks volumes, and of a love that remains, echoing in the silence.